Welcome to the third video for Charting Wisdom's Aussie and US market report for the week commencing Monday the 31st of July 2017. Here we're looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average monthly chart. As you can see, like the S&P 500, it's had a fantastic run from the 2009 bottom all the way up to the high that we're reaching here today, which was actually on Friday night, of 21,841 points. Now, similar to the S&P 500, if we take the range from the 2007 top down to the 2009 bottom and add it back to the 2007 top, we come up with a target of 21,926 points. So we're not all that far away for reaching that target as to where we closed on Friday. Now, I guess the big difference between the Dow and the S&P is two differences really. The 2007 top was, as you can see, substantially higher than the 2000 top, and on top of that, whereas the S&P was about the same level, and on top of that, the uptrend channel that the Dow Jones has been in, other than the end of 2015, beginning of 2016 here, where it false broke down, it's been inside this uptrend channel for the whole time since the 2009 bottom. Every time that it's tested the upper end of the trend channel, it's held and reversed from there. So we've got that taking place. We've got the 21,926 target just overhead. We've got an uptrend line running through the tops here, which it's just pushed up to as of this week. So yeah, it's really been quite strong, but it's now coming into solid resistance. We're wedging up into this level here effectively. Now we've still got one day to go for July, but so far it's an up month, closing up near the high at the moment. The volume is definitely less than that of June and less of the most recent sort of pickup in volume that we can see here over 2017. Now when we jump across to the weekly chart, you can see that the volume here was quite strong on Friday, and the high for the week in regard to volume. We've pushed up, we've hit the uptrend channel line. In doing that, what we've done is we've negated what was potentially the triple top here. So those three tops is no longer a valid triple top as we've pushed on higher. So we'll negate that from the chart next week. But overall, it's still pushing up. It's been quite strong, doing all the right things, closing above the open and up near the high. Now, when we jump across to the daily chart, we can see a similar sort of thing here. The shorter term triple top, again, has been negated by the last 3 days, pushing higher above the last top there. So that will also be removed from the chart next week. But what it has done is it's put us within cooey of the 21,926 level. Now, I actually had miscalculated that. I actually had that at a higher level, but I've now adjusted it, and that's the true level as to the target that we're working towards. Interestingly enough, here when we look at the daily volume, it is substantially less than that of Thursday. Now, Thursday, if you remember back to the S&P 500 chart, was the big outside day. So we've got a little bit of divergence taking place between the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500. Now, the S&P 500 is based on 500 shares and is a truer measure of the US market compared to the 30 stocks that make up the Dow. Now, the Dow's also calculated on a price basis as compared to a market capitalization basis that the S&P 500 index is calculated on. So the Dow's great for historical measures, where you can see the booms and the busts over quite a long period of time, because there's data going back over 100 years there, whereas the S&P is a truer measure of the US market, being 500 shares, and provides a cleaner picture as to what's really going on over there. Now, as you can see from here, where we did push up higher, we did sit back on the top of the sideways trading range that we're in, and we've pushed a little higher from there. Now, this week coming will be a very important week to see if we do get the turn here, if the target levels are respected and we do swing lower. If that's the case, well then we should expect a downside test or a retracement, and we'll be looking at these particular levels here to get a guide as to how strong that actual retracement is. Rightio, well I'll leave it there for the Dow for this week. Here are my contact details if you need to get in contact with me, or if you have any questions in regard to the report. And not to forget the disclaimer. Thank you very much for watching.